So, you watched the Super Bowl? Did you watch it?
I did, and I did what I think a lot of women did, which was, I just watched the Super Bowl for her.
Rihanna, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't care less about the game, and I turned it off when she was done. And so right away, you're like, she's kind of going slower, she's wearing a big outfit, and then her, like, belly gets exposed, and you're like, she kind of looks pregnant, but she just had a baby. And you know what? Everyone just has to let her get back. I'm kind of proud of her. She's not going for that, like, I'm getting my body back, you know, and in my mind, all I kept thinking about was, like, they better not call her fat and leave her alone, because you know what? She's just, like, taking her time after a baby. It's hard, you know.
Yeah, that's
and then,
what
like,
I thought.
and then it was like, Rihanna's pregnant. I was like, oh, just kidding.
Like, oh, wait, and then all these people made videos of, like, just someone, like, and the caption is like, Rihanna's baby during the Super Bowl halftime.
You know what, though, I did appreciate about it was, like, so first of all, you pay attention to all the songs, and you're thinking to yourself, she's got a lot of hits.
She does. I forgot about some of the songs that she sang.
And then she's just going so slow, and she was like smiling, and she just looked so confident, and I thought, she is so unbothered. I mean, she's like a freaking makeup billionaire.
She's flying thousands of feet in the air, not a care in the world.
She's wearing sweatpants. Like, it's kind of a dream. And then you're like, oh, she's pregos. Like, I totally get it. But a part of me also thought, you know, we get older, shit happens. You don't need to keep up with the youngsters, bippity boppity, you know?
No. She could have sat in an armchair the whole time, and I would have been like, this is great. A+.
But, like, man, talk about hits. Like, everyone gives her so much crap. Like, when are you going to come back out and do an album?
Back up.
The internet. And then you're thinking to yourself, another album? She's got, like, 20 hits.
Yeah, I feel like she's good. Go bother someone else, okay? I love when she whipped out her makeup. I was just like, and, like, she didn't even smile. She's just like, anyway, it's like, I'm gonna buy it.
If somebody's like, what's a try-hard person? I'm like, here's the opposite, which is Rihanna doing her Super Bowl performance pregnant.
I don't even remember if this was last year or if I blacked out, but all I think of is the frickin' when The Weeknd did it and he was lost in, like, the mirror maze, and I was like, thank God, like, she's not getting lost. She knows where she's gotta be. No weird close-ups. It's a good time.
It's a great time. Although nothing in my book will beat Lady Gaga flying off
skydiving
with her like feet and legs,
I'll
like,
never forget
flailing in the
when
air.
she jumped. I screamed. I was like, this woman's trying to die. Somebody help her. And then she was like, they keep flying the women. I don't know what's happening.
Well, my experience being pregnant is it's the nicest everybody will treat you. And then once the baby comes out, like, nobody cares about you or your life. So it's kind of a genius move on her part.
Yeah.
Because I thought to myself, couldn't she have said, like, I'm pregnant, I don't want to do this? But another part of her was probably like, what are they going to say? They're going to be mean to a pregnant lady? I got this in a bag. She's a genius.
Do you think that's why everyone was wearing white and she was wearing red? Because it was like, I'm the embryo and there's sperm? No, sorry.
I mean, yes.
Change your mind.
She's the placenta.
Okay.
She's blocking all the other sperm. She's like, we got one. My coat is big enough.
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, sisters who've seen it.
Hello
there.
Welcome back, listeners.
How we doing?
I thought you were gonna do something else there, but I'm doing great. You're doing great, I think, right?
I have a little bit of a cough.
Okay.
I'm working on it.
We'll be editing those out.
I am totally perfectly healthy.
Great.
Thank you to editing.
Okay.
I'm good, Kate.
Wow.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
All right. Well, listeners, I hope you're all good because we got a doozy.
Oh, God, I cannot wait.
So we need to get into this. And I'm going to introduce ourselves. Listeners, we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I'm Katie.
I'm Bridget.
And Mortal Kombat!
Finish him.
Woo!
Flawless
Honestly,
victory.
like,
your soul is mine.
I was kind of into the music. Is it rude or real? Am I still at like the wedding I was at the weekend? Or I don't know. Like, I was feeling it.
This movie just hits you with the freaking beat, even
like
before the opening.
Yes, it's like a music cold open. I was like, wow, I'm ready.
I almost fell backwards because my volume on my TV was so loud. I was like, I've lost my hearing. Oh my god, I'm officially old.
Oh my god. Well, Bridge, it's your turn to do the synopsis.
Wow.
God help us. There's a lot of names. I'm gonna need to pull them up.
I'm gonna have to pull up the cast now.
Oh my god. Make sure, remember, this is the 1995 Mortal Kombat because there was a remake, which
there was a remake.
Doesn't look like it's the same. Yeah.
All right. To save the Earth, three warriors must overcome an insurmountable odds, their own inner demons, and superhuman foes in this movie that is in one of the
What?
Oh my god. In this movie, that is also one of the most popular video games of all time. I don't think I have realized how sick I am because it's so hard to talk this much.
My god, Bridge, we just started. Get it together.
We start off, okay? The most beautiful locations. I read Thailand.
Ooh.
Places in California.
Oh.
Beaches. You could only get there by canoe. Talk about exclusive.
Oh my gosh.
However, I didn't understand this plot at all.
Oh.
So I'm going to simplify it by each character has to get a backstory. And so we start with Liu.
Yes.
Who?
Liu Kang.
That hair.
Bridge,
Stunning.
I was gonna I literally wanted to put a timer on and say, when's it gonna be brought up? When is the Bridget, hair, fashion, eyebrow section of the show coming?
Commercial. Can I tell you? Okay. We have Liu, who I would argue is the chosen one and really is the real hero. And his backstory is his little brother dies.
Yeah.
And he is like, what the heck? Who killed him? And it was the bad guy who is called Shang Tsung?
Yeah,
Shang Tsung.
I think so.
Wow, what a great bad guy.
Yeah, he's got eyebrows.
So he's like a demon, right?
In
an underworld.
He's like a wizard.
He's like a wizard demon that collects souls of people he kills. So he kills his brother, and Liu's like, what the frick? You know what? I'm going into this tournament, and I'm gonna avenge my brother's death and take this demon down. And everyone's like, cool, we get your backstory.
Cool.
Very, very Lion King we're following. Then we have Bridget Wilson, a.k.a. Billy Madison's love interest.
That Veronica Vaughn is one hot piece of ass.
Let me tell you... Cameron Diaz was supposed to play this role.
Oh my god, why didn't she?
She hurt her wrist.
No, she can't do fighting with that.
But Bridget Wilson delivered and did all of her own stunts.
I was gonna say, like, I didn't hate the fighting in this movie. It was pretty good.
Incredible. So her backstory is she's like an FBI agent. And then there's this guy, Kano, right?
Oh, he's a lot.
And he's like a murderer. And so she's trying to find the murderer and arrest him, but I'd argue she then ends up murdering more people because she inadvertently joins the tournament.
I think so.
Her backstory is like, I'm a cop that's just really into my job, and I'm gonna go the extra mile. And you're like, wow, okay,
yeah.
So that's her story. And then you have Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage is played by Lyndon Ashby. Do you know who that is?
No. Should I?
Either. I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like, was he in more movies? Like
He's probably, I mean, he did his own stunts too, so he's probably like another martial artist person. I didn't recognize anyone else except for Veronica Vaughn.
He's in all these like kind of like B movies, but I found him to be funny. And his story is he's a famous actor that does martial arts, and the press think it's fake. But he's like, no, it's all real. And so he has this guy from the past that was really the demon dude say, hey, why don't you fight this tournament and you show the press you can really fight? And he was like, totes, I got nothing going on. I'll do it. Yeah. And that's how we end up with the 3 people to save the world.
Yep.
So they then get into this tournament, which I'm not sure they signed on the dotted line, because this is literally a life or death tournament.
No contracts were signed. Legally, this will not hold up in court.
I don't think
just
so.
Not good.
And somehow it's being run by the demon. I'm like, whoa, where's the referee? This seems not good. So they get to this island, and basically the guy's like, starting tomorrow, everything's a fight. You're just gonna get after it. And you just watch them save the world. That's what I got. What do you think?
But you left out a really important character.
Oh my God.
I would argue. A character that
Raiden?
I just have never-ending questions about as the movie went on, because was he written in this movie? Was it just a man on set who would appear in the background and we just went with it? Because I believe Bull. I don't know.
So the demon side had like mystical powers, and then you had 3 mortals.
Yeah.
And then you had the good side, you know, the like, I guess I'm angels. I don't know how to describe them, but they were trying to like not mass murder people. And that was the god Raiden.
His name is
And
Raiden.
he's the god of electricity.
Hated it. That's Thor. Don't try to gaslight me. Okay. I don't want to hear it, 90s. Get out.
But this guy is a super famous actor.
Really?
James Remar.
No, Lord Raiden was Christopher Lambert.
Oh, I'm looking at something else.
Are you in the wrong year, Mortal Kombat? Come on.
I'm sorry. It tells me something else. Who did you say it is?
IMDb says it's Christopher Lambert.
Oh my God.
I don't even know who you just said. Who did you just say? Christopher Lambert. And he's known for Mortal Kombat.
Wow. Never mind.
Okay.
Yep, totally separate person. Okay, but that's the only person I left out, and he was helping the mortals.
You know, this is called Mortal Kombat, but I would argue 90% of these combaters are not mortal, and something I think we need to rebrand.
Well, I think they're trying to save all mortals in this combat, which why is it spelled with a K? Do we know?
I don't know, but I'm into that. I just felt like there were not a lot. I needed a ref, like you said, and I don't think we didn't really have one, but let's get into it. What do we even start with? Oh, I wrote the clearly evil dude who has nice eyebrows. He murders Liu Kang's brother. This is the first scene that we see.
And he's a child.
Yeah, he's a babe, or like a teen babe, or whatever. And then he says, "Your brother's soul is mine."
He was such a good bad guy.
It's the eyebrows, like,
yeah, they were slick. He was hiding something, you know?
Yes. And then, so that's like a dream, but it's not a dream because the brother actually gets murdered. But the brother was already murdered because then Liu Kang has a letter from Grandpa saying, "Your brother's dead." What?
That was a very not empathetic letter. It had a typewriter sentence that said "brother dead."
Not cool, Grandpa. But don't worry, Bridge, because we leave that and we go to and we literally go to a nightclub. Thank God, because we can't keep listening to this music without being in a nightclub. What's happening?
I literally wrote, "This reminds me of our brother Jimmy with light sticks raving at the club.
Sweet 16, raving in the corner. He probably secretly was drinking alcohol and nobody knew. Yeah, that sounds about right.
The CGI was out of control.
Too much.
By the way.
My God.
Terrible.
Hated it.
And I just kept saying, like, okay, we had a little kid fighting a grown man, and he took his soul, and now we're awake with a weird letter, and then all of a sudden we're in a club. And that was like 2 minutes.
Yep.
That's 2 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, Bridge, all right. This is Sonya Blade is running through a nightclub now. This does not hold up well with a gun, which is scary. And, like, we know she's a good person, but, like...
I hated it.
Didn't like it, but I did find it fucking hysterical how literally these people were so into their club. Like, nothing got in their way of dancing. They were like, she literally is, like, elbowing people in the face. And, like, everybody kept dancing.
By the way, that just shows you how hard it is to get a drink at a club, because she just had a big ass gun and she was like, excuse me, and nobody was moving.
Listen, y'all ever been to DJs on MDW? You know, all right? Those green tea shots, I'd elbow people like Sonya Blade to get them.
I bet you she was like, I am so sick of these Veronica Vaughn jokes. I'm doing all my own stunts and I'm going to beat the shit out of people. And that's exactly what she did this whole movie.
And then she literally murders someone, and I don't know who it was or what's happening, but everybody kept dancing. And then I wrote hashtag let's dance.
And then we cut to
oh my God,
the guy she is trying to get, which I'm forgetting his name real quick.
Kano,
that basically looks like from the Joker, the half-faced dude.
Well, he did look like Two-Face, but he was Australian, right?
And he kept talking about how he likes that she's punctual.
So
he was creepy, and I don't understand what was happening. Like, they were trying... This is what I didn't understand. The demon dude's like, I want to trap this woman.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but why? We don't know.
No.
He's like, she's a great fighter.
He's like, we need female representation in this Mortal Kombat because we only have one other lady character.
He's like, we are failing the Bechdel test.
Yeah, we gotta get someone
Veronica Vaughn out of all the women.
This movie doesn't even have a Bechdel test. There are no two women that speak to each other, so it fails. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. He just wanted her to be in it.
So then you're like, okay, we got a brother that's dead. She's got a lot going on. And then we cut to Johnny Cage.
Oh,
okay.
Johnny.
Katie, if you can do a video of this, I will kiss you. He comes out of the largest door opening I've ever seen. And he's so little, and it's like a 30-foot door. And then it's these guys in Men in Black suits that he's fighting. And I didn't know it was a movie.
I didn't either.
And I was like, what now? What's happening? Why are we fighting these people? And then it goes cut, and you're like, all right. Thank God you toned it down, because we went from a dead kid, a raided club, and thank God we're just in a movie. It was a lot for the first 10 minutes of the movie.
A lot was happening, and there was a part where he was like, let's dance. And then I was like, oh, maybe that's why I wrote hashtag let's dance. I thought it was because of the club, but it's probably
I wrote that too, Kate. I literally wrote let's dance.
That's what he said. He says that. And then you're like, that's so lame. But then you're like, wait, but it's a movie. So is it lame or is it smart? We don't know. Anyway.
Wait, at this point I go, this is like 6 movies in one. I'm lost. Like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, y'all gotta pay attention, all right? This movie is on the move. We immediately get some guys like, hey, there's a dude here for you. And he was like, who is it? And everyone's like, we don't know. And all right, so he's just in this movie filming place. And it's this old man who I called Old Exposition Man because he literally is like, hey there, Johnny. I know that everyone thinks you're lame and you suck, but guess what? I know you want to be not lame. And guess what? You're a fighter. Let's go to a tournament. And I was like, what the fuck is this in the game? Is this a cutscene in the game? Because I don't know.
But the shape-shifting demon
was sneaky.
Comes in and you're like, whoa.
Whoa.
This demon is going, he wants Sonya. He killed the kid's brother. I don't understand. If this demon is smart at all, why is he trying to find the 3 people that will eventually kill him?
I don't know, Bridge.
I'm not sure. Explain that to me.
The movie thought about that very hard.
I don't get it, but we end up in Thailand.
Okay, so is this where Liu Kang is like, hey, Grandpa, yippee, and Grandpa's like a monk? And then Grandpa goes, that's where your brother died, right there. What? What do you mean? Like, there's like 100 monks here, and everyone's just hanging out in front of the death spot? What? And there were kids, and they were dressed like Rihanna for the Super Bowl.
Literally, the acting was really hard at this point. He was like, to save the world is not nonsense. You are the chosen one. And I want to represent the Order of the Life at the tournament. We're fighting for the fate of the world. I was like, whoa. You know, pick a lane, okay? Because I'm here for the action. I'm not here for the acting. And
Bridge.
that was like a lot.
Well, the movie must have heard you, because right then and there, they said, you know, we gotta bring out now. We gotta bring out this fucking guy Raiden, who Liu Kang appropriately calls a hobo in not so many words. And I was like, no, I actually think that's correct.
Let's describe Raiden. From our epic
Lord of the Rings?
X-Men. No. I'm going back to X-Men.
Magneto?
I was going to say Storm. Okay, with the white hair.
Well. Oh, yes.
Gorgeous white hair.
Oof.
Then we go to Lord of the Rings. We got Gandalf.
He is not as cool as Gandalf, but
we
yes.
mash them together, and we add in, like, the Three Ninjas grandpa, and, like, somehow, I don't understand it all works. I don't know how it works. It works.
He was giving me, like, Room vibes, where it's like, oh, hello, I am Raiden. I was like, why? Why do you talk like this? He was very judgy.
Wow.
Okay, we just met, so chill, relax. And then he's like, I control lightning. And I was like, but is that gonna help us later? Oh, it's not? Okay!
Well,
cool.
and Lou was very mad. He was like, why are you bowing to this guy? And I was like, oh, I don't know. I would, but you gotta bow to Gandalf. Like, I don't know what's happening, Kate.
He's like Party City Gandalf, though. Like, let's be careful.
Really
we really gotta be mindful.
It's like that moment that you wanted Barney at your birthday.
And he showed up and was not a purple dinosaur and was white, and that was weird, and nobody said anything. Yeah. That's Raiden.
Because mom was like trying to get you experience, but she always does it like with Cole's money, and
that was definitely Cole's cash, Barney. Yes.
So we're like, a lot is happening, okay?
Oh my God.
And you're like, I just am at a loss, but we know there's a tournament, and we're all going there. And then we get this dragon boat Pirates of the Caribbean style out of the mist.
I thought I was back at Disneyland or World, wherever the fuck I went, and I was like, I enjoyed that ride, but this is not what we signed up for. And everyone just gets on. Like, it's like nobody had questions at all.
I was wondering, did we pay for this tournament? Are there credentials?
Is anyone driving the boat?
Is there a ticket? Is this a magic boat?
What's going on?
Happening? There's, by the way, tons of dead people on that boat. Tons.
Yes. A lot of spider webs, a lot of fog. All right.
It's like the Goonies boat plus a dragon
literally
equals Mortal Kombat.
There was a lot of Goonies vibes I got from this movie, honestly. And then Sonya Blade just invites herself on the boat with a gun, and I said, are guns allowed at the fights? I feel like no, but also there are still no rules. And then immediately her gun gets exploded, because this is where you see the two ninja dudes. Sub-Zero, who's the ice guy, and then Scorpion, who his thing is a
magical hand.
I don't think it's a scorpion thing. I don't know why do we call it scorpion? Because that's not what that was that came out.
He had like an anaconda hand.
It was like... yeah.
Yo, those are cool though.
I mean,
they look
fun.
like the video game. When they came out, I was like, all right, we're jiving. Because they're basically 90% covered in like the video game, so you're like, you actually look like the character.
The movie's like, we know you're confused. We got on a Viking ship. Don't worry. This is Mortal Kombat. Look at those guys.
Okay.
There they are.
Then we get to Sonya being introduced to the group, and then Raiden explaining
Raiden.
his nonsense. And I wrote this word over and over and over again. A technicality. Because We're now paying attention. That is it is the 10th time that there's a Mortal Kombat tournament. And they're like, the demons won't kill all billions of people until they have to win 10 times. So now that it's the 10th, we got off our asses.
He's like, I was sleeping the other 9. I woke up. We got to make up for lost time.
Johnny Cage has done at least 30 movies up until this point. And I just wrote, we're paying attention now? Like, you couldn't have... Why did we have to go to 9?
This is my theory that I'm not convinced Raiden is, like, legit. Like, I feel like he's, some kind of Ponzi scheme is happening. I don't know what it is yet.
His laugh, ha, 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 ha. That's exactly how he sounds.
He talked like this. Mortal Kombat. Okay? Liu Kang, chosen one.
Gosh, I was like, get a cough drop. Jeez.
Then a skull flies through the air, and he's like, it has begun. I was like, what's happening? Okay. Wait. This also is the moment that makes me think of, like, the Rainforest Cafe and, like, Jekyll and Hyde, like, all themed restaurants. Like, that was the vibe.
That was the vibe.
I was like, where's the Mortal Kombat restaurant?
I would so go to a Mortal Kombat restaurant. It's like, you go and the waiter's like, hey, how are you? And you're like, yeah, I'd like to order water. And then he's like, Mortal Kombat! And then he just gets in a fight with, like, whoever I'm sitting with. I would love that so much. Somebody make that.
So awesome.
This is a missed opportunity.
Oh my god, and someone gets, like, captured from their table, and they end up, like chains like Sonya. Oh my god. So good. But yes, I had to get that out there because I was like, so much is happening. My brain hurts so bad.
Yeah, this island, and again, like, the 3, Liu Kang and Johnny Cage and Sonya, they're very, like, well, we're just here now, so we're just gonna, like, go with the flow. They get on this island. They immediately all get, like, food, which I would be a little suspicious. Probably wouldn't want to eat things from a demon, but maybe that's just me.
Nope.
And then they can't even finish dinner. This is a good example of the restaurant because a bunch of ninja guys come in, flip over all the tables, and then the bad guy's like, now you're gonna see what you're up against. And then, like, the ice guy just murders someone, and they're like, that's it. Good night. It's like, what?
Well, and then they dump all the food on the ground.
Yeah. What if we were eating? Oh my god. I don't know. Somewhere in here, we also meet Princess Kitana.
Okay, I wrote her as Princess Kitten.
Oh,
and I was like, that's not right.
Not that.
Not right. We meet her when we also meet the, like, Golem of Mortal Kombat, which is this statue thing.
The Microsoft
comes
Paint
to life.
Lizard statue.
So bad.
Not good.
Not
Hated
good.
It. Yeah.
Mortal Kombat needed some help from Disney because, like, a Disney character would have been better than the CGI in this film.
Yeah. Then I wrote, now we're lost in a cave. They go in a cave? Bridget got lost. What were they doing? Oh, they were following the eyebrow guy. Why were they doing that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But then we see that crazy ass monster man.
Oh my god, Goro. He was kind of awesome.
Katie, that was a puppet.
I knew it. That was amazing.
Cost $1 million.
Oh my god.
And had to have, like, 16 to 20 people operate it.
Jesus.
Which makes so much sense because the only moves it did was, like, put its top fists in the air and go, rah!
Wait, do you know who made him? Because I bet it was, like, someone...
I don't know. I'm gonna look that up. Keep going.
I wonder if it was one of the, like, Jurassic Park people or something.
Yeah!
Anywho, he was a lot, and he's just chilling in a cave, and the evil guy is like, yeah, Goro is our champion, and then Goro's talking to Kano, I don't know. It's weird. There's more exposition. Someone talks about Kitana, I don't know. And then there were invisible lizards and spider webs. And then it was Mortal Kombat! And then all these ninjas came out. And then Raiden is like, hey, stop it. And then they're all like, okay. And I was like, Raiden, what is your purpose?
I don't know the purpose of him. He just comes in, says random things.
He never, like, walks. Like, it's just a character, and then he'll, like, say something, and everyone's like, ah! And then he's just sitting there in the background. I was like, ew, stop it. Ugh.
He didn't even fight.
No.
You know?
He never fought. He didn't do anything. Did we learn any lessons?
At least Gandalf steps up and fights.
Definitely steps up and fights. I don't know what Raiden was doing. Raiden at one point literally goes, I can't help you. And I was like, I know. Why are you here? Please get out of my airspace. God.
Okay, to go back to a former question, I have absolutely no idea who made this outfit.
Okay.
I've Googled the internet and nothing's happening.
Well, all right.
Wait, so can we talk about, though, that the demon dude was like, okay, I have levels of, like, other demons, superhuman people.
Yeah.
And all these mortals need to get, like, past these demons, and then they'll eventually get to Goro, right?
And
that was the point of meeting him, is like, oh, wow, that's what he's got up his sleeve.
I mean, it wasn't like we had brackets of like if I was forced into this, I'd be like, can you tell me the order and what time I need to be there?
Is there a poster with names?
Like, is there an outfit requirement? Like, can I like have water breaks? Like, what are we doing? Like, nothing. There was just nothing. You saw everybody fight at least once, but I still didn't really understand what was happening. But Liu Kang fights first, and he just fights some random dude, and then he literally like kills him. And then the evil guy, he just gets to steal people's souls even though he didn't kill them. That seems like bullshit. Fuck.
Again, didn't understand the technicality of it.
The rule.
Why does he get to steal the souls if he didn't beat him?
I don't know. But somebody had a V-neck of chest hair. Oh, this was the Kino guy.
Wow.
And Sonya kills him like real quick. And I was like, okay, movie. Thank you.
I appreciated that because they get to battle and you're like, she's really little. She's a little person.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I'm gonna crush you. And she seriously, I'm telling you, like, Veronica Vaughn must have pissed her off so bad. She looked so fucking angry.
Yep.
And she just takes him out, and I actually believed it.
Honestly, I think if I was put in a situation where I had to, like, kill or be killed, that would be my move. I think I would go for the thigh crusher.
I mean,
I think it would work, you know?
With our family genes, they're done. They're done.
Easily.
We are bottom heavy women, okay?
Yeah,
they're done.
I don't know if I could do like a headstand into that. Like I think I'd have to trip them first. Yeah, but yep, so that guy's dead, and then you're kind of like, well, Sonya, I think that was the only reason you came here, so I don't know, you want to leave?
I thought to myself, okay, she's like a cop that's going after a murderer. They're like, don't do it, Sonya, because she is about to kill him. And she's like, don't worry. And then she snaps his neck.
She fucking kills him.
And I thought, well, honey, now you're the murderer.
She is.
It's very awkward.
But her witnesses are all like demons, so like
I thought about that. Like,
I think she's good.
And then his soul leaves, so what evidence is there? There's none.
It's none. Meanwhile, Johnny, no reason, no setup. Johnny is in like a Taylor Swift music video in the woods by himself. I didn't understand anything that was happening.
His pleated pants were out of control. I cannot 90s.
And then he's fighting the scorpion guy with the hand.
Which I thought, scorpion, let's just take a step back. You got this cool thing that flies out of your hand, and it's got to be, what, like 50 feet?
I don't know.
Why are we in... It's like tangling your necklaces in jewelry. Yeah. He's just in all these trees. It's not going to work.
You know, and he kind of had a mind of his own, which I was like, can't you, like, no, you're going to smash your face into a tree? But he didn't. So
he didn't.
That thing died. And then this is where I thought of Goonies, because they somehow get wormholed into like a weird set of just ladders and wood like platforms and skulls.
Okay.
What? Okay. There's a lot of dust everywhere. Who?
We need to figure out the famous gymnastic Olympians.
Simone Biles.
No, the U.S. national team, women's team, I think it was in the 90s too. I think that was like the famous, where she broke her leg.
Oh, what's her name? I know who you're talking about. I can't remember. We talked about her in our Karate Kid episode.
Carrie Shrug. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
1994. Gymnastics goes crazy.
Yeah.
Equally, karate movies explode. We're in 90s hot heyday. And I went on this path where I was like, what in the Lord Jesus is happening? That everyone's obsessed with karate. And there's gymnastics and what's happening? And all I read was this one little blurb that said the 80s were such a toxic time to people's bodies because like everything was about like drugs and drinking and like debauchery that they wanted to make people be more excited about like physically fit things. Oh, and so that is like why people were promoting sports like gymnastics and karate. And I'm like, okay, because this scene, he's basically on the high bar doing flipsies doodles,
Simone Biles,
backflips, and then somehow we go back into crazy karate mode. And I thought, oh my god, if this isn't the 90s, I don't know what is. This is the most 90s scene ever.
Well, not only that, but then the guy turns into a skull that breathes fire, and then everybody explodes. And I was like, yep, all I need is Arnold Schwarzenegger in the corner to say something, like some weird line, and then, I'm there.
Yo, the cameos that could have happened, like Bruce Willis in the corner. Can you... It's like Hugh Grant in Glass Onion, you know? You needed it.
Oh, God. Okay, so we go from that, which is, I don't know how Johnny's getting back, because I think he's in hell now, but fine. We cut to Liu Kang on a beach. Evil eyebrow guy is there, and then he's like, now you're gonna fight Kitana. And you're like, wait, I didn't know Kitana was like a character. I'm confused. And then they only fight for like 1 minute, and then the eyebrow guy's like, never mind, it's over. And you're like, what?
And then I thought, wait, why does she get to live?
I don't know. I don't think she was in the tournament. They had this whole weird backstory where they're like, Kitana is a princess of the emperor, but actually her dad was murdered, and then they adopted her, and now they're in charge. And I was like, what? The actual fuck is that?
So wait, we did lie. There were 2 women, but you're right. They never spoke to each other.
They do not talk to each other. Katana, I think, had like 4 words that she said.
All she did was like look in a distance at Lou, being like, yeah, baby. And then she would run away from the scene.
I mean, yeah, that's exactly right.
That was the weirdest fight. I was like, why are they fighting? And then she's like, in order to kill him, you must think about what brings life. And I
didn't know the answer to that. I didn't know the answer. I was like, what is it? A vagina?
What do you mean? Starling to figure out this fucking code. All I thought about is, why couldn't you just say water?
Yeah.
Why couldn't we say, hey, his weakness is water?
But bullshit, all right.
The fate of the world! And we had to use a riddle.
Please.
Why?
I cannot. Well, then somehow I think Liu Kang literally goes and fights Sub-Zero, who is, I think, a mutant from X-Men. And he kills him with water in like a pretty quick amount of time. So, okay.
I cannot tell you how quickly these superhumans went down. Like, not a lot of climactic moments.
Really quick. And again, is it like we're earning points? Because Liu Kang definitely has the most points right now. Johnny's lost in hell. Like, I don't even know where he is. Sonya never fights anyone ever again the rest of the movies. She definitely is not getting the most points. I just don't know. But there is a montage of random people who immediately are dying.
Okay. Okay. So wait, before this happens, Gandalf / Raiden comes out and he goes, hey, I want to give you guys a pep talk because you're trying to save the world.
Fucking
all
Raiden.
Of you suck. He basically is like, you're too prideful. You won't accept your fate. I don't know what to do with you. You guys
are
the worst.
You're just Sonya. You're just
It's
there.
literally the worst pep talk ever. And he's like, all right, see you out there. And then they all do the opposite of his advice. Right?
I hate
Because
Raiden.
it cuts to Goro, which
Yes.
that is such a 90s villain. The CGI is so bad, but I also loved it. And probably
I don't think he had a lot of CGI. He really did look like a puppet now that you say that.
probably 30 people get murdered.
It's just a montage of death. And I was like, we get it. Okay.
I wonder if the film lost a piece of footage and they're like, just keep killing people. Let's show them how strong Goro is. It is comical.
God.
I literally was looking left and right, watching the movie by myself, being like, is he still killing people? We get it.
Wait, and then we actually watch him fight this one guy who said 2 words to Johnny Cage at one point, and he immediately gets murdered, and Sonya and Johnny fucking lose their shit. And I wrote, who is this guy? What? I was like, well, are you guys okay? Because I don't think you know his name. You guys?
I was trying to follow. I'm like, did one of her FBI people get on the boat and now this is him fighting?
So,
because why does Johnny care? I didn't know what was happening.
I don't know. He's not even in the top cast, Bridge. What do we do? Who is it? Liu Kang appropriately was like, anyway. Everyone else is dying. Who cares?
Goro then, Johnny, who, by the way, I thought this was a great move, was like, you know what? I'm taking on Goro. And he was like, me? Did you see that montage of dead people? You're done.
Go watch the last 5 minutes.
And Katie, his initial move is kicking him in the balls.
Honestly, classic move. Classic move. I'm upset I didn't think of it myself.
If he died in quickspan, it would have been the most 90s moment of all time.
He might have died in quicksand.
Quicksand.
We did not see where he landed, so maybe he did land in some quicksand, but that was pretty awesome. And then I thought it was so funny how he then just runs away, and I was like, again, is this Fight Club where there's no rules? And we all know how that's bullshit, so what? And then he's like, Goro, go chase him. And then Goro's like, okay, I'll go run through the caves and chase him. Goro went out like a bitch.
I thought, wait, this is the big scary dude? He died right away. It's in the video games where you're A, B, up, down, left, right, A, B.
Yes.
I was like, someone hit a secret code because Goro just falls off a cliff.
He was very top heavy, so I mean, I don't know if Johnny really planned all that because I feel like he didn't. I feel like he was just running rampant, and Raiden, didn't help at all because we could have just strategized. I don't know.
There was no planning, but all of a sudden, Sonya is being stolen by the demon dude.
I was so annoyed. I was like, we got so far in the movie. We were so far.
I know.
Without a kidnapping plot for the lady. And then
we put her in a sexy outfit chained up.
She looked like Barbie the Barbarian, if that's a Barbie, which I'm sure it was.
It was
caveman
a porn
Barbie.
Scene. It was a porn
This
scene.
did feel like Sonya Blade fan fiction, for this one part. I was like, writer, do you want to talk about it? I don't think this is in the game, guys.
Hated it. But then again, technicality, Kate, because she didn't accept the fight and therefore doesn't need to fight him.
Yeah, I like that rule. Can I just keep pleading the fifth the whole time and then I'll be alive?
They're like, Katie, you were up to fight Goro. And you're like, I do not accept. And they're like, Katie, you have now won the tournament by not fighting anyone.
Be like, fuck yeah, bitches. That's right.
Yo, that's in Mario Kart when you get princess and you somehow are just going, not hitting bananas and you're just trying to just get out of everyone's way and you win. That's kind of the same mode.
Yeah, it is. And then this is the part where Raiden goes, well, guys, I can't go with you. And everyone's like, we don't fucking care, Raiden. You taught us no lessons. So
the worst guy ever.
Bye. See ya. And then they get to this place that I would consider a fire hazard because I think there were a billion candles and I don't know. And then Liu Kang immediately can now see invisible lizard things. It turns into a ninja. Now we're in a church. I don't know.
we get Scar vibes, okay? Because the demon dude took over and he ruined everything.
You know what?
The Pride Land is empty. Rafiki
Kitana is Nala. Nala is Kitana. Yes. I see it.
I'm like, okay, things are bad. The statues become real. We're fighting lots of people. Whatever, but we end up in this like ring battle room that I'm like, why couldn't the tournament be here? Because it looked like it had good seating viewing. Am I right?
I don't know, but these were more monks dressed as Rihanna's. This part, I laughed so fucking hard because Sonya is Viking Barbie. She's tied up and she's like, I won't fight you. My friends will come and save me, which, Sonya, friends is a strong word. Let's think about that now. I think you've known each other for 12 hours, but fine. And then the guy's like, ha ha ha, they'll never come. Let's all leave her. And then she goes, my friends will come for me. And then literally Johnny Cage whips off his monk like hood. How did you sneak in there? How did you sneak in the halftime show? How did you go? And they're all just there and it's casual. And then the music is like Mortal Kombat.
Katie, why didn't we sneak into Rihanna's show and wear a puffy outfit?
You know what? We could have got away with it, I think. I would have needed to be on the outside because some of those guys were like going ham. I would have ended up like on one of the giant platforms and I would have just been like kneeling.
You're like
and
floating
like
in the air.
like, okay, this is it.
I loved it so hard because the demon dude's like, fine, if you're here, I will fight you. And Lou's like, yeah, about time. I'm the chosen one. I was like, whoa.
He's like, have you seen my hair? Because it's chosen.
It blew in the breeze, even though there were candles and death.
You know, and I am surprised that the hair wasn't his downfall. He did get his hair grabbed at one point. I got nervous.
Yo, that was all like real fighting. I read he broke his ribs at one point.
Oh my God. That's scary. I did like the fighting. And
Incredible.
even the way that they like filmed it, it wasn't, I don't know, because some movies now, like honestly, a lot of superhero movies kind of do this where it's a lot of CGI and like cutscenes. But like this, we're watching the people actually doing the movements. Very Cobra Kai. All right. Very Karate Kid Cobra Kai.
I loved it. And I loved how each fighter had like a setup move.
Ooh,
you know?
yeah.
They just like move their hands and arms.
I feel like that was probably from the game.
When I took a hip hop dance class.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I don't know anything about that. And the instructor was a little intense. And before you would do your like dance they taught you, she would say, don't just stand there. Like, you look stupid. You gotta like move a little bit. And so you'd freestyle, Katie. And that was how I felt about all of these like karate people. They were like, freestyle before the real thing.
I mean, the music was good. Like, it was like, I get it. You know, I would do it too, I think, if I was hearing that.
I loved it.
Well, Liu Kang ends up seeing his dead brother. Low blow.
We knew it was coming. I was like, come on, boo.
Boo! And then just a whole bunch of other stupid bullshit. And then Eyebrows loses. And then somebody goes finish him. Or maybe I just said that. I don't know. And then all the souls are free.
Flawless victory.
Yo. And literally, like, the party music starts up immediately, and it's party time.
For them winning 9 years in a row to be quickly beaten by these three ding-dongs, it's pretty stupid.
It's pretty fucking stupid. And
Okay.
Raiden was their ringleader. Are you kidding me? What?
Horrible.
I also laughed really hard where this final scene, we're back with the monk people. I don't know if they're actually monks. I really apologize if I'm using the wrong term, but that's just what I associated it with. They're all in robes. It's mainly the children. They're running down a little, like, walkway, and Raiden is standing in the middle, unmoving. We all have to run around him like he's a goddamn
Typical.
tree. It is so dumb. And he's just like, good job, guys. And I'm like, Raiden!
This ending, Kate, where you're like, okay, they saved the world. Cool. We're not on level 2.
No.
We beat the game. The game's
Beat
done.
it.
But did we, Kate? Because having an ending where the world, all of a sudden, it's like Ghostbusters and the sky gets like dark.
I felt very Power Rangers with that moment.
What's happening? Where he's like, we're not done saving the world. I was like, what?
And the movie's like, Mortal Kombat! Credits. Oh my God, it was crazy. So there is a sequel to this. I don't think it was very good. 3.6 out of 10. again.
Wow.
Wasn't as good.
Wow.
Oof.
I mean, okay. Let's take a moment and thank David for making us watch this.
This was David. David, this was your listener pick.
David, I would have never put this play button, pressed it. I wouldn't have pressed it. I don't even think I'd play the video game, but here we are talking about it. Incredible.
David, thank you, I think. I had a lot of laughs.
Oh my God.
Now we can add it to the list of 90s ninja movies, which it's growing. It's like, it really is never ending. Because I can think of like 4 more 90s ninja movies that we have not done yet. There's just so many.
Oh my God, my head hurts.
I know. So I don't know if I would watch or don't watch. I think I'm happy I watched it once. I would watch this again if I'm watching it. I'd watch this with someone who's never seen it before and we are like looking to giggle. Yes.
Yeah. This is a watch. This is like you have some friends over. It's in the background. You pay attention. You're having some wine and you giggle.
Yep. Or you have some weed brownies.
Oh,
college.
Wow. We did it. We did it. We did it. Oh, yeah.
Ha.
Whoa. Now what?
Well, it's your pick, Bridge, so...
Hey!
Oh!
My pick.
Hey!
It's my pick.
She knew it all along.
It's definitely my pick. Okay, you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
It's the end of the month, Kate.
Whee!
It's our nostalgic pick.
Yay!
This is something you recommended.
That means I like it already.
And it's a 2022 release.
Ooh!
It has already won awards.
Oh!
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Ah! Okay, here's what I'm gonna recommend. Watch it with wine and tissues. I laughed, I cried, I drank, everything. I drank everything. I drank it everywhere. I drank it all at once. I really feel like this is gonna do well at the Oscars. I hope it does, because it's just a really unique movie. It's really good.
Wow, 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 wow.
And I can't wait to hear your take on it and what you think.
Well, I mean, Data, right?
Oh, amazing. Like,
I can't
just
wait.
an incredible, and honestly, like, because it's kind of, I don't think this is really a spoiler necessarily, but like, the movie is essentially like, the characters are going through different like multiverses, like universes. So they're themselves, but then in different universes, they're different like personalities. So like, every character has to play like a bunch of different personalities, and they all do it like so great, and it's just really impressive to see.
Wow,
the range.
listeners, I'm so excited.
The range, and we got Jamie Lee Curtis.
From
Queen.
Mortal Kombat to this, I cannot.
You know what? There is some fighting in the movie, so it's not 90s ninja fighting, I don't think.
Okay.
No Raidens here, thank God.
Wow, 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 wow. We did it, Kate.
Woo! Well, Bridge.
Yeah.
If you were peer pressured to go to Mortal Kombat or whatever, I would be Sonya Blade and I would get the fuck on the Viking ship. I would bring guns. I would not get my gun frozen, and I would shoot the fuck out of everybody and jump us off, because like, we're not dealing with that.
Wow.
I would cheat. I also don't think there's rules, so it's probably not cheating, and like, I don't know.
Kate?
Bridge.
If I was also on that Viking ship with you, and I started seeing you shooting everybody, I would say, Kate, shh, put the gun down.
Oh.
There's a technicality. If you don't accept the fight, you will win.
Just say no to everybody.
We're being pacifists, and that is how we will win with a technicality. It's Mortal Kombat. Technicalities win.
Honestly, Bridge, this is like actually really fitting really well with what we're about to watch. I'm not kidding. Like, there's so many parallels. I cannot.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow. Oh, and listeners, if you also love technicality, Especially ones where you get to be lazy. And if you think that Viking ship was a little scary and somebody should have called the cops, and if you think that the Mortal Kombat theme song is a bop and should be played at the club, not the club that Sonya Blade is at, the other clubs.
And if you think it should be a themed restaurant in Times Square,
oh my God,
we are the hostess. Trademarking it.
I want it. We're gonna start a GoFundMe, guys. Like, this is real. Yeah, if you like all that, you should write us a review.
Hey!
We love reviews. We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts, along with some other podcasting apps. We also have a website, sisterswhoseenit.com. On our website, you can request a movie. So this episode, Mortal Kombat, was requested by David. David had went on our website and he filled out our form, and it went on a list. And it might have been on the list for a little bit, but David, we did it! We did it! We did it
David,
for
we
you.
love you.
And that could be you, listeners. So if you're like, yo, guys, what about this 90s ninja movie? What do you think? We'll be like,
Request it.
sure. We'll probably do it. Let's be realsy.
Let's do it.
And Bridge, what else can they do on our website?
They can buy us coffee.
Woo!
Which is money.
Woo!
And we will take that and we will make a better ship.
Wow, we
and
will.
the themed restaurant.
Well, probably the themed restaurant for
and
sure.
also, you can buy merchandise.
Woo!
All sorts of little goodies, little inside jokes. If you're a listener, you get to check it out. Buy your friend something. Let's do it.
It's a lot of fun on there. Yes. So check all that out, listeners. And we hope to hear from you. All right. Well, we'll see you next week for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Katie drinking wine.
Red, yellow, leather,
yellow, red leather.
Everything everywhere all at once.
It does not get easier to say, but
doesn't. It's hard.
Man.
See you then.
See you then. Mortal Kombat.
Finish it. Bye-bye. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswhoseenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.